Hi fans of high quality entertainment and Patreon. I will be listening to the second experimental album by John Lennon and Yoko Ono called Unfinished Music No. 2 Life with the Lions. And for Patreon, if you become a member, you can have the opportunity to listen along with me on Patreon. Sadly, on YouTube, I have to speed it up and not have any of this fine album playing. And this is just extra for Patreon. My Patreon members, don't worry. This is just extra on top of all of the high quality entertainment you're getting there. By the way, I heard a new, well, it's not a new band, but an old band I'd never even heard of. And I was really impressed with them. The band is called Sleep. They were very Black Sabbath-y, early Black Sabbath-y. Become a member and check out the video. So here we go. I just received this yesterday. And apologies, but some of you might have heard the story before, but I need to tell it. When this came out in, I guess, late '68, I believe. Yeah. I saw it at the record store. You know, there's one of the Beatles on the cover. It's like, oh my God, I gotta buy this. And I took it to the front counter, and it was a family-owned record store. And so they were neighbors of my mom and dad. Nice people. I took it to the counter, and the woman says, don't buy this. It's just screaming. You know, whatever she said. It's just a bunch of screaming and all that. I didn't listen to her. I took it home. I put on side one. Guitar feedback and Yoko screaming. I might have listened to like a minute of it. The next day, I took it back to the record store, and she gave me back my money. But the thing is, as some of you know, I am a fan of a lot of Yoko Ono's music. Fly, not all of this, but some of this is a little too wacky for me, but still some great songs on this. I love this one, Feeling the Space. Her debut album, just like John Lennon's, is excellent. And she screams the song Why. When it first came out, I hated it. You know, she's just screaming throughout the whole song. But in time, I grew to love the song and John Lennon's incredible guitar work. I believe he's a very underrated guitarist. And Ringo Starr, of course, on drums, and Klaus Voormann. Excellent. My favorite, one of my favorite double albums ever. Seriously. Approximately Infinite Universe. I've heard this is the worst of the three experimental albums, and I gave two versions a E-, which is the lowest rating, the lowest I can go. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to listening to this. So here we go. I'll quickly show you the booklet. And so I've never heard the full album. I've heard, you know, in time I've probably heard most of it, but I don't remember it. The last time I tried to play Cambridge 1969, because like I said, I loved the song Why with Yoko screaming and John's guitar work. And I think I listened to like 3 minutes of it and I said, okay, that's enough. But you never know. Maybe I will kind of not mind it. I don't know. I got my CD player right here, portable. See? Would I lie to you? I could fake all this and just say I play it. But that's why I put it on Patreon, just to hopefully prove to people that, yeah, I actually listened to the whole album. There's the label. And I've mentioned this before. I'm colorblind with red and green, so that kind of confuses me. I used to think it was an apple, but of course, it's a grapefruit. I know that. Or is it a banana? It's a banana. Putting it in the CD player. So I believe Cambridge 1969, which takes up all of side 1, is, I think, 26 minutes long. And then side 2 has No Bed for Beatle John, Baby's Heartbeat, 2 minutes silence, and radio play. And I do know the story behind this cover, which is pretty sad, actually. They had lost their baby. And so Baby's Heartbeat is the baby's heartbeat for like 5 minutes, and then 2 minutes of silence. So that's going to be kind of not the most fun listen, but here we go. And I'll have it at a decent volume. I've got my most comfortable headphones, Sony MDR XB500s, which I broke, but I tape them together like a professional. But they are so comfortable, and they're nice and bassy, pretty good sound. Here we go.
They say you can read a horse.
On Patreon, I'm just warning you, I might swear.
Oh, yes, that
And I'll
is
give a
so
little
true.
review on Patreon after each
But if you lead your
song.
son to my
But
job,
the first one, it's going to take a while to
I'm
review
gonna
because it's like
kill
26
you.
minutes. Here we go.
You may think you
1,
know wrong from right,
2,
and maybe you do. In the darkness of night, I see a light and a little clue. It might come to you in a dream, or come to you from a friend. Either way that it comes to you shall be the start or the end. And what is in the middle is a riddle for you to unravel. On this road leading to nowhere that we all must someday travel. Who's scattered on the highway of your life? No one knows the answers, not even your wife. Unlocking secrets takes many years, my friend. And time ticks away until it's just around the bend. Maybe I'm dreaming, but it's reality to me. And with every high there's an equal low. Once every clue is finally revealed, you'll be free to get up and go. We must all get together and unlock the clues until we are done. So gather up your sons and daughters. I'd gather up your own daughter, put yourself with your son.
If someone were to ask me if I was forced to either listen to Cambridge 1969, all 26 minutes, or 12 minutes of radio play, I would choose Cambridge 1969. That was not radio play. I thought, from my memory too, when I bought this as a kid and I took it back to the store the next day, I thought it was like him going through the radio and be kind of interesting to, you know, different music or voices or whatever, but it was just stupid. Yeah, I listened to the whole album. Join my Patreon and listen along with me. It was fun. Cambridge 1969. As I said in my little mini review, how can she do that for like 26 minutes, basically screaming? Like, it's kind of amazing in a way. Not that it's that much fun to listen to for 26 minutes. And the guitar feedback wasn't the greatest either, but there were sections of the song where it was kind of interesting, kind of cool. And then side 2, No Bed for Beatle John. It was just Yoko singing, reading an article on them and singing it. And then you can hear John in the background also doing the same kind of thing, but you can't hear him as clearly. And then Baby's Heartbeat. You know, they lost their child there at the time, miscarriage, but it's the baby's heartbeat, and you just listen to that for 5 minutes. So it's kind of disturbing, because after that there's 2 minutes silence, like a tribute. So it's very powerful, even though, I mean, who wants to really listen to it? But still, like I said, you know, with the Two Virgins cover with them naked, it's like John and Yoko were like, here, this is reality. It's like Baby's Heartbeat. Here, this is reality. Then 2 minutes of silence. Here, this is reality. It's, you know, the baby didn't survive. And then radio play. Oh my God. I thought I was going to actually kind of enjoy it, because from what I had remembered in the past from years ago, I thought it's just John going through a radio and, you know, you hear little bits of music and voices and whatever, but it wasn't. It was just really annoying. Really annoying. And it put my cat to sleep. So yeah. And now on to the wedding album next. Looking forward to that one. Don't worry, I'll post it on Patreon so you can listen along. So my rating. It was better than Two Virgins. Seriously. To the point where I almost liked parts of Cambridge 1969. So for my rating, I'm going to give it, because like I said, Baby's Heartbeat, it's depressing, but it's powerful. And then the 2 minutes of silence right after. And so I'm going to give it I gave Two Virgins an E-. I'm going to give Life with the Lions a D. Oh, I hate radio play. Oh, that was making me mad. I'm gonna give it a, yeah, I'll just give it a D, not minus or plus, just a D. Because there were tiny sections of the album, like I said, that were kind of cool. Cambridge 1969. Some of the sounds. And she's just kind of amazing in a way that she can continue doing that for like 26 minutes. And then the song fades. Like, how long did it go on? And like I was asking in the little mini review, there was like, was this actually performed in front of a paying audience? The poor members. Yeah, I'll give it a straight D. And so far in my rankings, Life with the Lions is at number 1, with Two Virgins slipping to number 2. And that's it. Thank you for watching and listening. Next up is the Wedding album. And then on to John's actual, real, serious solo career. I'm looking forward to that, I tell you.